Check this.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. It is I, Lee Bailey. It's Be Encouraged time. It's 4:30 in the afternoon on this beautiful Friday. Yeah, we're going to get some Friday weekend stuff going on. 4th of July is tomorrow. I hope you get a chance to social distance fireworking. I don't know if you can do that. We'll try. We're going to try here at the Bailey household. Try to have some fireworks out in the street and make everybody stop and not be able to drive by our house because we're going to have all kinds of cool sparklers and lame fireworks for everybody. All right. I have as advertised, we have a great show today. Unfortunately, Yvette Moni might not be able to join us because she was gotten stuck in traffic on the way home from Maryland. So we'll see. I sent her a link anyway, so hopefully she'll be able to join us later on. Right now, however, I've got two dudes, who have put together what is an outstanding organization that is nationwide here in the United States. Actually, it's international because it's also in the Philippines. I'm sure they're looking at doing it in other parts of the world as well. And we're going to talk all about how people who might be watching in other parts of the world can tune to them and get in touch with them and talk with them about it. And without further ado, let me bring my guys Manish and Akshat on to talk about Akshat was wait a minute. I had him and then it's dark. So he's there. Akshat, there you are, buddy. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, Manish. Thanks. All right, Akshat's there too. Manish and Akshat, you guys are the founders of Project Support Initiative. Tell me about, let's start with Manish. Tell me about, Manish, what made you first come to want to do this program? And then we'll talk about what the program entails. So tell me what your thoughts are with that, with Akshat, and whose brainstorming idea was this? Something you guys came to together, or did one of you come up with it and say, "Hey, buddy, help me out"?
Yeah. So for me, one of my elderly neighbors, they needed like hand sanitizer and masks and gloves at the beginning of the pandemic, and they were like worried to go outside and get the virus because it was still at the early stage. So I volunteered to go and get it for them. And then for Akshat, it was his research mentor and his wife. The research mentor's wife is a 3-time cancer survivor. Wow. So it's more likely for her to go and to go get the coronavirus outside. And then so like Akshat went and got groceries for them, and that's how all this came together. Like Akshat and I were just talking about it, and then we created this initiative.
Awesome. So he just said, Akshat, I know you were off because the thing was glitching on you, but that your mentor and his wife or why you started doing this, and then have you guys been friends for a long time?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys just were in normal friendship conversation talking about
we met
doing
in
this
around
program.
7th grade, I think.
Yeah, that's cool. Where did you guys go to school in this area?
Yeah, we both are in Loudoun County.
Loudoun County. Okay, cool. What, Akshat? Is that what you're saying too? You agree with that, Loudoun County? Can you hear me, Akshay?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a little bit of delay with me and Akshay. That's
Your
okay.
voice is breaking a little, but
My voice is breaking up a little bit. Oh, well, I don't know if that's you not receiving it well. I don't know, but
yeah.
we are going to head forward. And if you lose my voice or something, you might have to jump like you did, pop out and then pop back in. It shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. So tell me, Manish or Akshat, while I've got you on, we'll go with Akshat here. Tell me about putting together this project support initiative. You guys are in 20 different states in the country. Manish, it's on you.
Yeah, we're in 20 different states and in the Philippines.
Okay. And how many other countries are interested in, have you been talking to, or people in other countries that are thinking about doing the same thing?
We haven't talked to anybody, but we
Okay.
definitely encourage people in Europe or India to come and join Africa.
Okay. And Australia, New Zealand, there's tons of these places that are, and you know what, to tell you the truth, this sounds like a program, and is this something that you guys have in mind that could be a really great program going forward? In other words, even when there's not going to be a pandemic issue anymore, hopefully one day, there's still going to be senior citizens who can't get out to the store to get things. Are you guys thinking about continuing to do that? Because you can probably get grants from the government to run a program like this.
Yeah, one of our clients actually, they reached out to us on Facebook Messenger, and they were like, so me and my husband were not too elderly, but we have kids at home and we can't really go outside. So can you please deliver groceries to us? And we were like, yeah, sure, we'll do it for anybody. And I think we're going to be doing that in forward, after the coronavirus is over, because anybody, even people with kids at home, they can't really get groceries.
Yeah, but they might tip whoever the driver is, right? So, I mean, I would never tell them don't tip. If they want to tip, that's up to them. But making it a free service might, in fact, be a really good job for somebody because they can go out and do it and get a nice some tips at night. It's just like Domino's. They don't pay anything. Domino's doesn't pay anything, but that's the way the drivers make money, is off tips. So, I can see you guys getting a lot of volunteer drivers knowing that they could possibly get tips, and I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. That sounds like a really good plan. Have you guys thought into that at all?
So we don't really take tips. If they want to tip us, we give it to the
Sure.
CDC. Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, but going forward, when you got people who are not elderly and they just need it for the convenience, that's a whole nother story. If you're doing it for the elderly, it's because they can't get out to the store. And actually, like I was telling Manish, this sounds like something you guys can do going forward, even after the pandemic stuff is kind of nullified, I hope. And you can still do this for senior citizens, because there's still going to be senior citizens who can't get out of their house and go to the store, right?
Yeah.
But like Manish just said, you guys have had some clients that have called and asked if you guys could bring them groceries because they have a bunch of kids at home and they can't take the whole crew to the shopping center, to the store. And you also have tons of single mothers who are taking care of kids, and they can't get everyone together, especially in this day and age. We don't want to know right now with the pandemic, we don't want to deal with chance of getting our kids sick. So you guys have a great service, obviously. Do you leave this stuff at the front door for the people and then just call them once it's on the front door?
Yeah, it's completely non-contact. So we call them to make sure we're in front of the right house. And then we deliver it to their front door. And then we step back about 6 feet, call them, tell them, oh, your groceries are outside, you can come pick them up. And then they usually just Venmo us the money.
Okay, that's cool. That's really great. And so you leave the receipt there with the groceries. They bring it in, they look at the receipt, and they Venmo you the money. Now, do you stay there until they Venmo you the money?
Well, usually we send them a picture of the receipt beforehand, so we get paid.
There you go, buddy. I got you. Okay, that's a great, because I don't think there's always going to be somebody take advantage. So That's good to just have a very rote way that you do it. I'm sorry, this is how we do it. I apologize if you feel like that's inconvenient for you. Blah 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 blah. I'm a customer service guy. Can you tell? Blah 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 blah. But I am, and so yeah, that's, you just have to figure out how you approach it with customers and how you deal with them when they get pissy with you, which they will. For whatever reason, how come you didn't bring me bananas? Whatever. And it's like, man, I'm sorry, but they didn't have bananas, or they were really old looking, and we didn't want you to get anything that wasn't fresh. Do you text with your people from the store? Like if that happens, like you go to the store, they have it on their list, and the store doesn't have it or it doesn't look good, and you don't think it's something that they're going to want to buy. Do you do that?
Yeah, so our volunteers are always in text contact with the client, and they usually just like send them pictures. They're like, oh, we don't have the brand you wanted, so are we allowed to buy this generic brand, and just stuff like that, because obviously we don't want them wasting money on things they don't want or they don't need.
Right. And I'm sure people say, nah, if you can't get Folgers, I don't want any coffee today, and because that's what they love. They love their Folgers or whatever it is. Okay, so what kind of other shopping? Are you going to be doing shopping at the department stores, Manish, also? Or are you just doing the grocery stuff?
We do like Walmart, Target, anywhere, Costco, like wherever they want, our clients prefer.
That's awesome. And it's really great. Again, I think you guys ought to, at some point, and when this is up to you, of course, but at some point, there's got to be a cutoff for free. And then can be a small fee for people who just want it for the convenience, if they have, and if they want to lie and say, well, I've got a broken leg and I haven't been able to get out of the house, even though I'm only 29 years old, shame on them if they're lying. You guys just do what you do, because that's what the good thing that you're doing. I mean, it's a fantastic thing. Yeah. So, it's one of those things where you can't let yourself get all hot and bothered because some guy's ripping and trying to take advantage of the situation and the circumstances. It's on them. It's on them. It's their issue. Happens with me all the time. People rip me off, and I just go, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So, yeah, that's great. But I think, so tell me what else you guys are looking forward to doing with your project support initiative. What other kind of things are you guys lining up to be helping the community with?
Something really cool that we have in the pipeline right now is we're in contact with a couple local hospitals. And what we want to do is we want to set up a partnership to obviously like help the doctors and the healthcare workers who are like working 16-hour shifts a day. Yeah. And it would really be nice if maybe we could go get their groceries for them to save them maybe like an hour going home.
Sure.
And stuff like that. So we have that in the pipeline. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. That's absolutely something that I think that hospitals and the doctors and nurses would love to do. I think what you're going to find is some of the hospitals are going to say that, that they won't stop you from doing that, but they're not going to necessarily support it from their end. But if you get with the doctors and the nurses and get your little cards and stuff and get those handed out and say, listen, if you need anything, if you need any help, we appreciate you, and give us a call. We'll be happy to go shopping for you before you go home. Or, we can take the groceries to your house and drop them off to your kids or your husband, whatever it is. If the husband's home taking care of kids, I know of several nurses. I had a lung transplant a year ago. So I go in all the time, and I know all my nurses and all my doctors and stuff. And, and they're all like, a lot of my nurses, there's a couple male nurses too, but the female nurses, their husbands are home taking care of the kids now because they're home from work because they can't go to work. And of course the ladies are at work because they have to be at work because it's necessary, Yeah. And so, that would be an ideal thing too, is they can just call you guys up and say, listen, I'm working. Can you pick up this, this, and this? Do you guys have a spreadsheet that they can pick you, like a menu they can pick from? Or do they just tell you what product and stuff they want?
Yeah.
They email it to us.
Okay. So, but maybe it would advance to that, right? And have like a little checklist and have maybe 100 items that people can choose from that you guys would pick up. And then that kind of becomes the deal where you're not giving. you're not running all over the entire store to pick up stuff for people. You're getting them the essentials, the stuff that they definitely need, and maybe one or two elective things. So I don't know. That might be a way to look at it too. But you guys sounds like you've been doing it well. What other states in the area are you doing? All of the 8 states here: Maryland, Virginia, DC, in this area, or in what other states across the country you guys having?
We're pretty spread out. So we have like Florida, Texas, Wisconsin, California, Washington, Oregon, and then obviously New York.
And who signs up in those places? How do those places know about this?
So we posted online about what we've been doing, and obviously some other newspapers have covered us and posted online. And we've had kids, adults, college students, anyone from lots of states reach out to us and be like, I think what you're doing is great. How can I help out? And they start a chapter in their area and they start to grow it. And like pretty soon we had like over 200 volunteers.
That's fantastic. And how many clients a day do you guys support with the initiative?
It varies a lot.
I mean, I'm sure it varies, but generally, what do you guys look at as far as how many people are being serviced?
Generally, it's like maybe per volunteer, maybe like 1 or 2 deliveries a day, because there's a lot of volunteers and we have over 700 deliveries right now.
Okay. So it's about 700 deliveries a day.
No, in total, yeah.
Oh, okay. Total.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. No, that's fine. But I can see if the more you grow this, the more people that are going to get involved and want to use your service. And then you're talking about having advertisers, and I know that's not why you're doing this. I get it, but it helps you guys to generate some revenue so that you can grow it even bigger and make it more sustainable. And that's really exciting because if you get some sponsors to come in and say, hey, like the guys around the country are doing, hey, we love what you're doing. How can we help? And you say, well, listen, we can do a trade. You help us out with some funding and we'll, put across the bottom of our website, we'll put your guys' business name and it'll just scroll, and I mean, that's the kind of stuff I think about. It's the kind of stuff that I'm going to be doing. I mean, the kind of things that we do, for instance, here at the station, are like putting this up. We'll put that up at the bottom of a show. We'll be doing the show, and it won't be just like that, but it'll be different. But it'll put a logo, somebody's logo, whatever, during one of the shows, and then there's somebody who's paying us to do that, and then that just goes right now, especially since we're just a startup, really. It helps us to continue to get it. As you can see, I'm doing this from my house right now. So get back into the studio and get back into office space. That's something we need to have. We need to have revenue coming in. So, but I would love to just partner up with you guys. We're really looking forward to working with young people and getting them excited about, what they can do social media wise and doing this kind of thing, video and radio. We have a radio station as well that we run music on from the 80s and 90s, the cool stuff. So it's something that can be done for sure. And I just think what you guys are doing is just fantastic. Tell me what has been your greatest, give me an example of a really good delivery that just really made you feel good about it.
Well, there was this one, and the guy was really, really old, and his wife was sick, I think. And so we delivered to him, and then we walked back, and he came out, obviously delivered. He waved to us, and he said, "Thank you so much for doing this. I was really afraid to go to the store. My wife is sick, and I don't want her to pass away."
Yeah.
And that's when I knew this is good. This is big.
This is good. And, big.
And it really makes us happy most of the time when people wave at us from their window or outside.
Yeah, unless you know how appreciative they are of it, right?
Yeah. That's
fantastic. So how many deliveries do you guys do now? I mean, how many are you doing a day?
Well, at the start, obviously, we were at 2, 3. And then now as we've grown a lot, we've progressed to more, I guess, of a management role where we're trying to spread more and get more volunteers. But we still maybe do 1 or 2 a day when it gets pretty busy. But obviously our deliveries have decreased as we onboarded more volunteers.
Sure, I'm sure of that, but I'm sure there's got to be a part of you who goes, I want to do one right now, so let me do one, because that's why even if I was like you guys and had developed it, I'd still like now. I mean, this is More Joy Media is my company, but I love doing this. I love talking to you guys and interviewing other people, and I'm transitioning. However, I'm starting to bring in some people to do more of what I'm doing right now. I got to bring in people who have a face for TV and not a face for radio like I have. I got to bring in some more attractive people. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So yeah, no, it's been great to be doing all of this, but at the same time, it's really a joy to do it in the first place, like you're doing. I mean, you guys are managing, you're making sure that the volunteers are in there. I mean, I think one of the things that maybe might be a good avenue for you is to, just let these stores know about what you're doing. They love that you're going to be coming to them, which is giving them business. And, that's something you need to talk to them about. Well, I can go to Safeway every day unless you giant want me to come here. And why would I come here over Safeway? Why don't you guys let me know how you would work that? And let them work with you and say, well, if you come to Giant all the time, we'll throw you some cash a little bit to help you do what you're doing, and not only that, but maybe we'll give you a little bit of a discount for the clients that you have that are elderly. There's all kinds of things that these stores might want to get involved with you guys and maybe even put and print for you. You don't have to incur the cost, but print up cards that they can put at their registers saying, if you're elderly or need assistance with grocery shopping during this time or any time, go to this website, whatever. I mean, whatever that happens to be. But you could do that, and I bet you Giant and them would print those things up for you, because if you're going to, if their customers are going to call you to go shopping, they want you to shop from them. Mm-hmm. So that's how they make their money, as we know. Yeah. So that's kind of a cool idea, and you can also work with some specialty places and like Subway. You go with Subway and you put a thing on there if anybody wants to have Subway delivered to their house. And I know Grubhub's going to get pissy about that, but but if it's seniors, it's Grubhub's not delivering for free. And those guys aren't next door and whatever else the other all the different companies, Uber and everything else, they're not delivering for free. So, you guys are, because those senior citizens in many cases need that free service. So, and that, and that's why you're filling in that gap. So I don't know. Have you thought about that at all? Have you looked into that at all?
We did look into the stores thing, but the only problem is, like, a lot of stores have their own delivery services, obviously, and they want to make the money. So they don't want to advertise the free delivery when they can have people pay them to deliver.
Yeah, I know. I just wish that they would let you guys do delivery for, let's say for senior citizens. But, and I don't know. Anyway, yeah, no, you're right. They're not going to do that. They're going to want to make their money on the side too. So, well, it's good that you're doing it. And I'm telling you, you get on some of these mom groups on Facebook and you get into these different next door neighborhood stuff, and you put that out there, and you're going to get a lot of people are going to say, what? That's awesome. Facebook, especially, all these different groups, like Living in Burke with Helicopters is one of the ones up here that's got a ton of people that pay, that are friends and follow that website or that Facebook page. But there's tons of them. I'm sure you have them. Live in Loudon, or Living Live in Loudon, or whatever, all these different Facebook pages. And you just put up your own little thing up there, letting them know, listen, if you know a senior citizen that needs help, we're happy to do that. And if you want to join us and help us, help do that, then let us know. And yada, yada. I'm sitting here trying to market for you. You guys probably have more marketing brains than I do in your little pinkies. But, yeah, but it's exciting. And Manish, I want to say to you, and I want to say to you, Ashkath, I'm very impressed with both of you. How old are you guys?
17.
16 and 17.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. I thought you guys were like in your early 20s or something. Good gracious. I am so proud of you boys. I'm not kidding you, man. This is awesome that you're doing this. There's a kid, this wonderful guy goes to Fairfax High School. He's 17. He's going to be a senior, and he's made like 7,000 face shields with his 3D printer, and tons. And he's just been rolling them out. And he's got a bunch of people. It's called, actually, their Facebook and/or website is called Hack the Pandemic. And you ought to hook up with them, because you know what you guys are doing. These are high school kids too, and
Definitely.
They're doing stuff that's helping the community because of this whole thing. And heck, you could be delivering, the mat, because they also are making masks and they're doing other stuff. But you guys could be doing and delivering those kind of items also, while you're delivering food to these senior citizens, giving them protection, PPEs for them to take care of themselves. I'm sure they're already probably buying a lot of that stuff through you guys, but you could work with Akash is I think his name. Akash, I'm not sure exactly, but it's Hack the Pandemic. And I think it might be # Hack the Pandemic on Instagram. Or at Hack the Pandemic on Facebook. I'm not sure. I don't know how all that stuff works, and still learning myself. So 16 is, God, you guys are killing me, man. You just so much better than I was when I was your age. I mean, I did a lot of stuff, but man, oh man, you guys are great. Impressive to me. Thank you so much for being on the show today, guys. Is there anything else you want to ask? I mean, this is how someone goes to this website also if they want to volunteer with you, correct?
Yeah, if you go to the website down below, you can request groceries. You can request a volunteer. Just shoot us an email and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
I'm sure you guys
Would you
will.
also want our email?
But sure. Let me put that out there too. Go ahead, buddy. What is it?
projectsupinitiative@gmail.com.
Okay, I didn't even need to write that down. Okay. Project Support Initiative.
No, just SUP. SUP.
Oh, SUP. Okay, well, I'll have to remember that part. Okay. Project SUP Initiative @gmail.com. Listen, folks, Project SUP Initiative @gmail.com. Let me put that in here too. Project SUP. See, the hard word to spell is initiative. And support's easy. I'm a slow typer, as you guys can tell. All right, so let's see here. There it is. Right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's going to say, what is SUP Initiative? What is that? SUP Initiative? What? I've never heard that word before. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Okay, good. So this is the email, everybody. If you want to email them about anything, if they want to email about what they're doing, if you'd like to get involved, if you're calling in from Russia, downtown Moscow. I don't have anybody listening there. Don't worry. Well, I never can. Actually, there's probably lots of Russians watching and all their bots sending out all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry, that's conspiracy stuff. I didn't mean to do that to you. But if you're looking to help the senior citizens or people at risk and in your community with various things, then please, by all means, hit up Ashkoth and Manish. That's his name. Yeah, Manish. Hit them up and let them know that you'll be willing to help out, and they'll tell you how you can. Right?
Yeah.
Fantastic, guys. Man, oh man, 16 and 17. I'm dying. All right, fellas. Thank you so much for being on. We'll be in touch, okay?
Right. Thank you so much for having
we'll
us.
Hit you up. Oh, man. My pleasure, for sure. My honor to talk to you, too. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. All right?
Yep.
All right.
Later, boys. Well, I can't color me impressed, folks. Those guys, unbelievable, man. Just completely humble, super guys. I tell you, I'm impressed beyond measure. Let's see what our comments were. Miss Southard, how about that, Miss Southard? Huh? I will let you know how. I got their email. What's my email? Well, I'll let you know that. That's morejoy111 gmail.com. So that's just for you, Miss Meg, and everybody who wants to. She said hi to Billy Riley. What did Billy Riley do? Did he hit like or something? No, Kim, my wonderful Kim, and Tura. I don't know where Billy. Well, I'm glad you said hi to Billy, but he's not around. I will talk to you all later. It's my pleasure to do this. Manish and Akshath were on with us, and we're so happy that they were. Have a blessed day.